And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
And an intentional foul right there. He hits the first one, and that will put them up by 2. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 3-point game.
Well, talk about poise under pressure. Buries all of his free throws, and now up 3. They've got to play smart.
Saves him with the putback.
I love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound is going to come down. Well timed. And so both free throws are good. And it's a 3-point game.
And it's all about the 3 right here.
Yeah, and when your opponent knows what you need, it makes it that much harder to find an opening.
And so it's Phoenix who's straight by with the win. That was a fun night. Basketball and fabulous finish as they continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal it.
And there are so many times when you see these tight games won at home, that advantage of having that crowd behind you oftentimes is the ultimate X factor.
Thank you for
Tonight, the league and all of us here at 2K Sports celebrate Noche Latina, an opportunity to spotlight the amazing Latin culture in the NBA and its global fan base. Hello, everyone. I'm Brian Anderson, joined by Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg. We'll hear from reporter Allie LaForce in a moment. Only 5 games left to go, and then it's playoff time. Let's check in on the East. You take a look at the Knicks. Right now, they rank 3rd in the conference, aiming for a high seed in the postseason.
Well, for the Knicks, they're so focused on holding their ground now in the last month of the season. And of course, missing the play-in tourney means extra time to rest. They know how crucial that is for the playoffs.
Here are the 5 for the Suns. Royce O'Neal is out there with Green. Then there's Devin Booker, and it's Gillespie in at the point. And for the Knicks, OG Anunoby out there with Josh Hart. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. Then it's Mikal Bridges. And it's Brunson in at the point. All right, Grant, when your team is in the second game of a back-to-back, do you play it differently?
You know, it depends on what happened in the first.
Well, Doris, here we go down the final stretch of the regular season. How about some of the improvement we've been seeing from some of these players?
Kev, it seems inevitably every year there's a few players who make a huge leap in their games. And I love it when when it's a complete surprise. Because when there's a player who's been under the radar and emerges as a potential star, how exciting is that?
And now the opening lineup for Phoenix. Royce O'Neal is out there with Jalen Green. Then there's Devin Booker. And it's Gillespie in at the point guard. Now, here's Hart. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. Brunson with a clean look. Good, and as this goes to town.
What a confident stroke from Jalen Brunson. This guy doesn't have to dominate with the ball in his hands.
Here's Booker. It's rebounded by New York. And this is their first time matched up with the Suns this season.
And going back a season ago, it was a win for both sides in their two meetings.
You know, despite the disparity in talent, these two teams played each other tough last year. Let's see how competitive they are this time around.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Now here's Towns. Last game he had 13. Back to Brunson. From the arc, another three for New York.
This guy won't give an inch. Brunson answers back with a three of his own. You've got to love it.
And G.A., you started your career with the Knicks. What memories do you have from your time in New York?
Well, after winning a championship in college, it was great to play for a team in the NBA that had similar aspirations, so many great veterans to learn from, and a Hall of Fame coach.
Here's Towns. Devin Booker picking up that last basket from 11 feet away. Clock at 6. Here's Bridges, and again it's New York.
What a great start. They've only missed one thus far.
Booker against Bridges. Booker in the post. From 12 feet out, and it falls over the rim and in. Booker's got 9.
Whoa, he really got his defender on his heels on that one. What a fantastic play, guys.
Corralling defensive rebounds, such a critical aspect of your defense. Nice work.
New York's gone 3 of 5 from three-point land so far in the ballgame. Brunson surveying the D. A three-pointer, no good.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now here's Booker. He's got 9. This is the mark. His third miss of the game. 4 for 7 now. Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Earlier, I spoke with Mike Brown. There is a clear game plan that Coach has in mind for Devin Booker tonight. He told me, quote, Devin doesn't respond well to getting doubled. You can't do it every time because he'll pick you apart, but we'll send the extra man his way more than once. That I can guarantee. Back to you, Kevin.
We appreciate it, Allie. Thank you.
He has been a one-man show trying to keep them competitive.
And so Mike Brown calls a timeout. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. And a whole new group out on the floor right now for the Knicks. And now look at the teams that have shot the ball the best over the course of the last month. In third, the Knicks.
And really, the basketball IQ has just evolved. Just the way they move the ball and share it. They always find good looks.
Booker against Clarkson. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
Jordan Clarkson showing he's capable of finishing inside.
Here's Booker. Here's the drive.
And Kevin, lots of standing around and watching by the defense that time.
And he makes them pay, doesn't he, Greg, huh, with that emphatic slam.
You know, but at this level, almost any guy can throw it down on you if you leave him wide open.
Clarkson against Booker. And it's Alvarado in the corner. Diawara, the pass to Clarkson. Drills the three-pointer. Clarkson's got 5 points so far.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
A crossover. A nice shot by Booker.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
And at the end of one, both. We welcome you back to Noche Latina. Becoming an annual tradition is always here on 2K Sports and always exciting. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for New York.
We've got a bunch of this game yet to be played, but they're shooting it well from the three-point line. That's got to be a welcome sight.
Yeah, and in addition, their ball movement has really unleashed their offense. They've been fun to watch.
Clarkson is out there with Jose Alvarado. Then there's Landry Shamet. Then there's Towns. And it's Robinson in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the 5 for New York right now. Booker outside. Gillespie, the pass to Booker. Fires from deep. And Karl Anthony Towns pulls it down.
Bad defense, bad shot. Neither working on that play.
The offensive skill set for Karl Anthony Towns, Greg is a 7-footer, is very special, to say the least.
The outstanding shooting, the post play, and he's worked on his defense. He may never be elite at that end, but he ignites an offense.
Booker. And Devin Booker in the paint.
Putting up points is what Devin... Booker does best, and right now he is showing out.
Pass to Shamet. Towns looking around. Back to Shamet. From deep. Good, and the assist goes to Towns. Towns has got 3 assists now in this one.
That's a great setup by Towns. You love to see that vision from your big man.
Near the 3-point line, it's Booker. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim.
Well, 9 times out of 10, that probably is a miss, but somehow he finds a way.
For the Knicks, OG Anunoby's checked in for Landry Shamet. Mikal Bridges comes in for Jordan Clarkson, and it's Jalen Brunson in for Jose Alvarado. Bridges outside. Towns, the bounce pass. Here's Anunoby. Off target with his 3. Suns trailing. Booker outside. On the wing, Green. Bridges against Booker. Beyond the arc. Robinson pulls it in. And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for the Knicks. Defeated by the Hornets in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
And guys, if you don't control second chance opportunities, you don't control your fate. That has to be their key takeaway from that one.
I think if you get out-rebounded by that wide a margin, it speaks to a lack of energy and effort, and that's problematic.
Josh Hart, he's checked in for the Knicks. On the wing, Booker. He's got 19. And again, it's the Suns missing.
I'll tell you, his teammates are going to start to freeze this guy out if he keeps taking threes like this.
Hart, that's good. And we've got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. Shams, what's the story?
Well, guys, a lot of excitement about the upcoming 2026 draft class, but quietly, some scouts voiced some early concern about the quality of prospects in this class of 27. Now, there's still time for players to emerge, but expect this to impact the way teams value those picks.
Something to keep an eye on, no doubt. Shams, thank you very much for the report. We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, Allie, it's all yours.
Thanks, Kevin. Karl Anthony Towns is now familiar with the ethos of this Knicks team. He said they're gritty, they find a way to win, they never quit, bringing that New York mentality every single night. It's something that you recognize when you get to live in that kind of a culture. Back to you, Kevin.
They are relentless. All right, Allie, we appreciate the report. Looking to end the run. It'll go, and the Knicks lead is cut to just 11 on the basket from Booker.
We've come to expect this from Devin Booker. This guy is a relentless force on the offensive end.
Brunson kicks to Hart. Offline with his three.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Again, the miss by Booker.
Listen, things aren't going his way right now, but listen, you just keep going, keep working at it.
.40 seconds left in the first half. Puts up a three. Again, the miss by Booker.
Yeah, and that three-point shot, it really has looked awful here in the second quarter. It hasn't stopped him from attempting them, but it's time to maybe find something else to do.
Suns trail by 11. Towns with the steal. Oh, Brunson wheeling his way in there.
Yeah, what a beautiful move from Jalen Brunson. Frees himself for an opportunity to put the ball in the basket.
Here's Booker. No good on the shot.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Terrific, Allie. Thank you. And we'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
He's director.
And this is totally off topic, but how did you guys feel about games on back-to-back nights?
I didn't mind back-to-back.
And let's move on now to that first half. Obviously, a lot of work to do for the Phoenix Suns.
Oh.
And that about wraps it up.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. You know, guys, Devin Booker has been exceptional here.
And you know he's going to put up points every time out, but boy, he made it look so easy in that first half.
And let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
Setting the floor for the Suns, we've got Devin Booker. Green is out there with Royce O'Neal. And it's Gillespie in at the point guard position.
Someone who utilizes that mid-range part of the floor to extreme efficiency, Devin Booker.
Hart finds Anunoby over to the left wing. And here's Brunson outside. It falls for the sixth time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%. Suns trail by 14. And when you watch OG Anunoby, what stands out most to you, Doris?
Oh, Kevin, you can't make me pick just one. I mean, this guy is elite on the defensive end of the floor. He's always going to give you great effort. And you better look out on the offensive end. OG Anunoby is starting to become a problem.
Here's Brunson. Nice. Brunson working inside.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
And timeout called by Jordan Ott. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. Booker looking around. Lets it go with a three. It's rebounded by New York.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up. 3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
The drive by Booker. The physicality of Booker.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
Hart outside. Back to Brunson. Fires the three. Offensive rebound. Hart the pass to Anunoby. Here's Bridges. And it's slammed in by Bridges.
Well, you cannot let Mikal Bridges get into the paint because he's going to hammer it home when you do.
On the wing, Booker, defended by Bridges. Booker, no good. The Knicks leading by 16. In the corner, it's Bridges. Back to Brunson. Here's Anunoby. Off target from outside.
Well, despite the miss, obviously the shot this offense looking to generate is exactly that.
Booker with a three. He is a knockdown shooter.
And from the corner, Booker is not a player you can forget about.
From deep, Brunson. He's off on that one. Suns trail by 13. And Booker kicks to Green. Another three for Phoenix.
Oh, the corner isn't always Green's spot, but we know he's got the skill to hit from there.
Outside, Towns. Some nice passing by New York here. From past the arc. Phoenix grabs the miss. Iguodala's got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight.
I'll tell you, they're leaning hard on this guy, but he's going to need some help here.
And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the New York Knicks. At one point, they led by 16. Ooh, the quick Jalen Brunson.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
And timeout called by Jordan Ott. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. A different look for New York. While we can, let's have a peek at the league's top foul shooting teams over the course of the last month. The Knicks, fourth.
And they've had a lot of success at the free throw line, converting those at a high level. So I'd look for them to continue to attack the rim.
No good from Booker.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Suns trail by 10. Strong finish inside from Booker.
Boy, just tremendous focus from Devin Booker on the interior. It matters not if he's facing size. Look out.
Watson on the wing. From outside, off the mark. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Booker. Used the shot fake to create the angle, but couldn't get it to fall. Alvarado passes to Clarkson. Over to the wing. Lets the three fly. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Looking ahead, they've got the Jazz coming into town for the next game. That game is the first and last of their homestand.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Right. You could see on that possession, one side playing.
And a great show through three quarters as we enter the fourth. Who will carry the day? Knicks lead by 6. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Mitchell Robinson out there with Towns. Then it's Jose Alvarado. Then there's Jordan Clarkson. And it's Shamet in at the 3, the small forward. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks. Robinson a screen on down. And that one's good. Towns.
Well, Pat answers with his own 3, and he says, I told you I'm the best shooting big man in history.
And Booker kicks to Dunn. Jacks up a 3. And Karl Anthony Towns pulls it down. Towns has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Now, here's Shamet. Defense is right there. Banked in off the glass. And it's an 8-point New York lead.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
Here's Booker. Kicks it out to Allen. 3 off the mark. For New York, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. And so it's Mike Brown here calling timeout. And that timeout by coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. And new group in for the Knicks. Josh Hart, he's checked in for Mitchell Robinson. OG Anunoby comes in for Landry Shamet. Mikal Bridges checked in for Clarkson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Jose Alvarado. Now let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Mike Brown was saying to the team. He told them, no time to celebrate. The work is not finished. We've got to stick with it and keep growing what we've got here. Words of wisdom for his squad. Back to you.
And Allie, thanks so much.
Yeah, simply stated, Jalen Brunson filling it up right now. There are no signs that he's slowing down anytime soon.
And that one drops.
You really got to tip your cap to him in terms of how he's played today, even if they end up losing this game.
Outside Bridges. Here we've got Brunson. Now here's Bridges. 6 to shoot. Got it to go off the glass.
Folks, look out, because Jalen Brunson has caught his rhythm on the offensive end, and that typically means a long night for your opponent.
Now O'Neal. Booker in the post. He's against Bridges.
No one near him on that one, and I'm not sure why he felt like he needed to fade away.
Here's Brunson. From deep. Knocks down the three.
What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
And that, to me, is a sign of excellent coaching. There's an attention to detail. There is valuing of every possession.
Bridges against Booker. Excellent chance, but doesn't go.
Normally he'll drill that shot, and I'm sure they'll look to find him in that spot again.
No doubt. Very good play call, good execution. Sometimes it just doesn't fall.
I'll tell you, right now, these guys cannot be stopped.
Boy, it looks like their confidence is at an all-time high, just feeding off each other right now.
Booker fires. Trained from outside.
Devin Booker ready on the opportunity to take any three he gets. That is pretty.
Guys, a good chance for them to slow it down.
Yeah, they definitely should use some clock here. And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for New York.
If they had to battle for this win, there were times when it looked like it was maybe slipping away a bit, but they never let that happen, which I thought was a real credit to them.
And that's a product of their mental toughness. Anytime the flow of the game turned against them, instead of caving, they just dialed it up a notch and were able to pull away.
And on the year, looking at their record, this game will make it 49 wins.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Jalen Brunson.
Boy, whatever was needed, he provided it. He was the jack of all trades. Big bucket on one end, big defensive play on the other. I thought his influence was felt all over the floor.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Gillespie. First personal foul. Second team foul.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Gillespie. Second personal foul. Third team foul.
That's the first. That increases their lead to 6. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line. And it's a 7-point game.
And that will add to a healthy lead after that trip to the free throw line.
Timeout called. The Suns. 11 seconds left to play in the final quarter. What do you think, guys?
And a little late to implement a plan B. This game is a wrap.
Well, I think he might just want to remind these guys, hey, let's finish the game the right way.
Good, he hits again. That gives him 51.
Making it look easy.
And after that slow start, finally looks like he's finding his touch from beyond.
So a close game sees New York take this one. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans. Terrific, Allie. Thanks. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Dorisburg, Greg Anthony and